I'm wearing a lot of black.
Ginger Runner.
What is up, everybody? Ethan Newberry, the Ginger Runner, here for another Ginger Runner review. I realize right now how much black I'm actually wearing, so I apologize for this weird ninja Rage Against the Machine look, but I do it for you. Today we got another review, and it's a good one because it's from a manufacturer I haven't reviewed in a very long time, Merrell. It is the Merrell Agility Synthesis Flex. Agility Synthesis Flex. Couldn't think of anything better, huh? So this shoe came as a bit of a surprise, a pleasant surprise. My history with testing and demoing Merrell shoes hasn't been all positive. A lot of the shoes that I reviewed or tested in the past just haven't really worked on my feet. A lot of them are very minimal, very little cushioning, a lot of ground feel. They just tend not to work well for me or my body size or my feet or running long distances. They're just not very comfortable. And their thicker, more cushioned offerings weren't really cushioned at all, very stiff, very responsive, and weren't a total joy to run in. I was recently visiting a local running store, Seven Hills Running, and the owner, Phil, great guy, incredibly knowledgeable and well-versed in shoes, was like, hey man, you gotta check out these new Merrells. Let me put them on your feet, get out there, try them, and let me know what you think. I was a little skeptical, but I am glad I took him up on his offer because these Agility Synthesis Flexes are actually pretty damn fun. They're a more reduced running shoe, fairly light, fairly snappy. Merrell designed them as more of a hybrid shoe for road and trail runs. One of those hybrid shoes that a lot of people talk about. They want to be able to run around their neighborhood and then also hit the local mountain. I wholeheartedly feel like these shoes fit that bill, do pretty well in both realms, and have been a lot of fun. It's not to say that they're all positive. Of course, I have likes and dislikes. I like to start these reviews with things that I like. Balance. So this is kind of the first Merrell shoe that I reviewed in a number of years that has that balance between their more barefoot line and their more stacked up line. So you get a good balance of cushioned responsiveness, grip, snappiness, mid-distance comfort, and the fact that you can run on trails and road comfortably. The lugs on the outsole don't get in the way of the road runs. It's a really good balance with this shoe. It's kind of great for all realms and all abilities and all running styles. Durability. So the weather the last couple of months here in the Pacific Northwest has been less than stellar. From snow, rain, overall messiness on the trails. As you can tell by the look and smell, the durability has been a lot better than expected. They're holding up really, really well. There's very little signs of wear on the upper, midsole, and outsole. In fact, I feel like they're getting comfier the more I wear them, break them in, get them formed to my foot. They're working out really well. Happy with the durability. Flexibility. So these shoes, despite having a bit more midsole, a nice full rubber outsole, and a denser, more durable upper, are still really flexible. Great for those trail runners who need a bit of adaptability in their foot stride. It's been working really well for me, and I'm enjoying the flexibility of the shoe. And finally, materials. So what they have here is a great recipe. All the ingredients come together really nicely in the finished product. The upper is super durable, it's breathable, it also wicks away moisture pretty quickly. The midsole has been holding up really well. The outsole is being super durable. The overlays aren't super intrusive. The lacing system's working. The hyper lock that they have here along the heel counter, it all comes together in a nice package without adding too much bulk or weight, so the shoe still feels light and nimble on the foot. Overall, the material choices on this guy, pretty damn good. That's not to say it's all bonbons and ramen. These get better every week. There are some things that I dislike about the Merrell Agility Synthesis Flex. First, the name needs work. Ground feel. So this is one thing that Merrell has always had a lot of, and in this case I think it's a bit of a detriment. They had the opportunity here to create a shoe that keeps you a bit more protected from the ground, very similar to the Solomon Rye, which is a shoe that I just love for the last couple of years. But because the shoe is so flexible, because the outsole and midsole come together and don't really give you any rock protection, you're gonna feel everything. You're gonna feel everything sharp underfoot, rocks, roots, and that can get uncomfortable, especially on longer runs and for feet that have not fully adapted to a more reduced running shoe. Fit, it actually fits pretty good through the midfoot and through the heel. It's really up here in the toe box. It does come to a bit of a point, which causes a bit of distress along the toe line, even with this welded overlay here across the toes. So just know that if you have a wider foot or prefer more toe splay, the shoe may need to size up, or you're gonna wanna try it first. And finally, limitations. This can be said about many shoes, but I think with the Merrell Agility Synthesis Flex, the limitations hurt this shoe. So they designed a shoe that's good for road and trail, but it doesn't really excel at either to the best of its abilities. I think the outsole is grippy, but it doesn't do super well in mud or wet conditions. The midsole is nice and cushioned, but it's not super cushioned where the road runs are very comfortable. There are other road shoes that would just do better for that. And when we're talking longer distances, I can't really get past 15 miles miles in this shoe without major foot fatigue, which passes the more you wear the shoe, get used to it. But there are other shoes that I'm going to grab before this one for those longer races, ultra marathons and beyond. But maybe this is a sign of Merrells to come, which excites me. A shoe brand that I have given some attention to in the past, but haven't really been digging, has a shoe that I'm excited about. So what's next? So that is pretty much it for dislikes. So in conclusion, the Merrell Agility Synthesis Flex, might as well just call it massive, has been an enjoyable shoe to run in. I have about 60, 70 miles in the shoe so far. I plan on getting more. It's a quick, easy, lightweight, flexible, nimble shoe that's great for kind of that hybrid situation, midweek, mid-distance runs. And I think it could be an attractive choice for a lot of you who enjoy a good neutral, more reduced, more responsive ride. Getting more specific, build quality, the shoe is holding up really well. I've been throwing it through the ringer, really technical trail runs, muddy, sloppy, snowy trail runs, and it's holding up just fine. Comfort, it is comfortable. It just doesn't have a lot of that ground protection, so your feet are going to feel it on those more technical trails or roads. Fit, really solid lace down through the midfoot. The heel is great. It's up here in the toe box, just near the point of the toe, where you're gonna probably run into your most issues. Price, we're talking $110. That's a bit higher price point than I would prefer in a shoe of this caliber. I will say that there are a couple color versions, in fact, my preferred color version, that are about half off, which is a crazy price. So at $110, it's on the high end, but when these are on sale, super cheap, easy grab. And finally, looks, I think this color version is the most meh of all of them. I want to lean towards that red-blue color version that's out there, but overall, I think the looks need a bit of work, add a little bit of flash, pizzazz, flair. Coming to our final criteria is the Merrell Agility Synthesis Flex, a buy, try, or a why. This is one of those shoes, it's a solid try. If you can find it on sale, yeah, that's a buy. It's a surprise for me from a brand that I had a lot of doubts on, and those doubts are beginning to shift, so that excites me. I would liken this shoe to the Hoka Torrent, Salomon Ride, New Balance Summit, and the North Face RKT. I think you took all four of those shoes, and this had a little road hybrid baby. It's a pretty fun shoe, get you where you need to go. And that, my friends, is it for my review of the Merrell Agility Synthesis Flex. In the comments of this video, what do you think about this shoe? Have you tried a Merrell shoe ever, or have you tried this shoe? Let me know what you think. Let's get that conversation started. And as always, if you liked this review, like, favorite, subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/thegingerrunner, and we've got lots of social media links for you to try. Still can't get that out fully. If you want to support the channel, keep the lights on, the mics hot, you can do so at patreon.com/thegingerrunner. There's a lot happening right now behind the scenes that you're going to want to take advantage of over there on Patreon. New album, new race with very few spots left. Go check both of those things out. Links are in the description. If you want any more information about the Merrell Agility Synthesis Flex, or you want to get a pair for yourself, I have links in the description of this video to Running Warehouse, our affiliate, where you can actually get the shoes, get the sale price, get all that stuff. Consider it, and helps the channel, costs you nothing. All right, I hope you're getting out there training hard, racing harder, and partying the hardest. I know I am. We'll see you guys next week. Some fun videos coming. I think you're gonna like them. Okay, bye-bye.